Hey guys, Fake Rooster here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about my experiences with the Season 2 release for Battlefield 2042. The game itself is slowly getting into a better state. We're seeing vast improvements in the likes of netcode, and generally the content we're getting from the Battle Pass is actually pretty good, pretty fun cosmetics. However, with the new season, we've got very limited content, especially when looking at previous releases from the franchise. As usual, I've been hopping in and out of Battlefield 4, and just seeing the sheer amount of content that game had by the end of its life cycle was phenomenal. And I'm kind of asking myself the question, is one map and one specialist, a vehicle and a couple of weapons really enough per season? And I know there has been conversations from DICE and EA that they will be focusing more on quality rather than quantity. However, I'm not sure how this is really going to play out at the end of the day. Now, the reason I'm kind of going at it with this angle is there's a couple of things to mention. Firstly, Crawford himself, the specialist, the headline for the season. Now, my issue with Crawford is the same issue I have with Angel, is why would you pick a medic specialist other than Falk? Okay, now, Falk is the only specialist that actually reses people to full health. Angel gives them a bit of ammo, and Crawford gives them their gadget ammo back. Now, I think the issue that you're going to run into, or at least I run into as someone that plays medic quite a lot, is that you would rather have Falk being able to heal at long range and res people to full health over Angel giving ammo and things like that for revives. Purely looking at a revive perspective, that's what I would say about it. The gadget that Crawford has is, I suppose, intentionally very circumstantial. You can only use it in prime environments. Now, I managed to get some clips of this happening where I was able to fire down a hallway with it, and it was phenomenal, which is the mounted minigun with the shield. However, as the season has progressed, I've noticed that these things just simply become bullet magnets, rocket magnets, grenade magnets, so you're not actually able to survive on them for very long. Which I suppose is by design. You don't really want to have this overpowered Vulcan minigun that can just sit there and just kill the whole team and not be killed. However, I would like to see some more survivability, not necessarily for the operator but for the gadget itself. More often than not, it's because the gadget breaks that I stop using it rather than being killed off the back of it, so it's kind of an interesting system. I would maybe like to see slightly more resistance to bullets, maybe one rocket would be fine, but still some bullet resistance, because if you're playing something like Breakthrough and you pop this turret up, every single player on the other team will shoot at it. It becomes a magnet because they know that this gadget can be really powerful if it is in the right context. However, as I say, even out with sitting in a hallway, you can get some kills with it. I do find myself going back to my usual specialists, which are really Falk and Sundance, more so now Falk, because at least Falk can always have that team play element. You can feel like you're helping because you're getting people back up full health, and you're able to use your syringe gun longer range to heal people as well. Now, that isn't to say that Crawford isn't useful, but again, really specific circumstances that, I would like to see some more flexibility from some of the specialists in general. The map itself, the new map that we've got, is actually really good. I really enjoy this style of map, especially because it gives players multiple options, different entry points, different play styles that you can really employ on the map. You don't just have to do the infantry chaos going up and down hallways. You can actually flank round, and again, that's where the new vehicle kind of comes into its own. As long as you keep moving with the new vehicle, the RAM, then you're fine. As soon as you stop, you're dead, which is fair. I think this is actually a very balanced vehicle. I really like it. It's not overpowered really. It has the same issue that a lot of the vehicles have, however, which is because there are like 4 seats in it, there's a lot of firepower and it can take a lot to get this thing down. But if you stay mobile, it'll stay alive, but if you sit still and try to camp, it doesn't work. And I've seen players do this in servers and just don't seem to understand what the vehicle's function is. It's supposed to be, rapid assault, rapid recon. You can pop down that spawn beacon, which is a really cool gadget. I'm very happy with that in the game, and make flanks happen. If a team utilizes the abilities of that vehicle well enough, it works really well as a sort of a comeback tool. So if the enemy have all the points but one, you can flank round with this thing, pop off one of the spawn beacons, and hopefully get your team some success. So the vehicle itself is really cool. As for the weapons, we got a pretty good assault rifle, SMG sort of hybrid device thing. which was really cool. But it's not, it's not amazing, but it is a fun little weapon to have. And of course, they added in the M16 as almost a legacy weapon, and the M60. Now, I haven't unlocked the M60, but the main point of the M16 that's an issue is the LVG grenade launcher. Now, if you've played 2042 at all in Season 2 and with those M16s, you'll know what I'm talking about. These things are point and click to win devices effectively. They have a ridiculous capacity for, maybe it's the radius or something's off with it, but you can just fire these things randomly into corners and get, 4 kills in some cases. It's pretty crazy, and I think they have addressed that they are looking into whatever it is that's making that a little bit overpowered, a little bit broken. The LMG that we got as well is very good. I'm not sure if it's too good, but it is a very, very good LMG. It's fast firing, it's versatile, you can set it up however you want. Again, the beauty of the Plus system is that is something you can do. However, I'm experiencing a lot of deaths around corners just now. I'm not sure if maybe there's some weird server-side things going on. But I think what I will say about the season as a whole, there is a lot of positive in here. It's cool to see these new map designs coming that they said that are coming. Fun to have a new environment to play and fight over. But we haven't had anything else substantial. There isn't a new game mode even. I would have expected maybe a new game mode of some kind, capture the flag or something, just to keep things sort of interesting and give players something else to engage with all the new content that we have. Now, I would like to see more in the seasons, but they've said this is pretty much what we're going to be getting. So I am getting a little bit of fatigue potentially from, playing similar maps, same maps with some new toys. Great, but there's not really enough here to keep me interested in the whole season. The battle pass itself, whilst as I said at the beginning, it does have some really, really cool cosmetics, there's nothing really that compels me to want to go to the end of it, really, to be honest. So it's kind of an uncertain period, but I am excited to, all the news that we've had from the studios about the creation of a narrative campaign for a future Battlefield is really cool. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting hands-on with whatever that ends up being. I don't think the franchise is over by any shake of the imagination. For me, Battlefield 2042 in this new season has been interesting, but not as engaging as maybe I would have liked to have seen. Try not to be too negative about the whole thing, because there is a lot of positives here. As I say, the map design's cool, the new battle pass, new weapons. I would have liked to have seen, I know they added a bunch of weapons into Portal, why can't they just add those weapons into 2042 All Out Warfare? Now, I know there probably is some balance issues in there or something, but we got the AEK, but we can't use it in anything but Portal, and Portal is struggling to hang on, I think. To be honest, we're not getting as many of those curated experiences. I think they expected it to be a bit like Forge for Battlefield, but hasn't really played out in that way at all. I'm still enjoying the changes and fixes, and I'm still optimistic about the future of the game, but I would like to see more from the seasons. I don't really think it's enough. But yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to bring some things up and just sort of vent my own feelings and frustrations and, victories about this season as well. Let me know what you think of the current season in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a like. Please subscribe for more. It's actually about 80% of you that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. I really would appreciate it. It really helps me and the channel out in the long run. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.